Whew. On the heat. Hey, Jameson. Hey, Lynn. Hey, everybody. I've got the lights turned off because I'm going home. Whew, let me tell you, I made 70. I made 70. Let me see, 52. I made $76, $78. I can't do it no more. Whew. I did lunch for Uber Eats, as some of y'all may know from earlier, and made $56 during the lunch earlier. Then I did my 2 hour block with Grubhub. I didn't make quite $20 because I turned down the very last offer. It was 1 minute before my block was to end at 8 o'clock with Grubhub. And I said, you know what, Grubhub, y'all can keep that dollar and 56 cents. So I end up making about 17.80 something. So they could keep that little dollar and some change because the order was going to, well, first of all, my block was over in 1 minute, if not less than a minute. And the last order, they didn't leave no tip. There was no tip. It was $3 and some change. And I was like, hell no. Now, normally I wouldn't have took no order. But, I did get another order prior to that. It was zero tip on the app. But when I dropped off the food, I got a $5 cash tip from one of the Grubhub orders. So technically, I didn't make over $20 with Grubhub if I add the $5 cash tip. And it's always, you know what? Oh, goodness. Don't always assume that when you see zero tip with Grubhub that you're not going to get a tip because sometimes it will surprise you. But of course, it was in Buckhead, and it was right off of Lindbergh in a residential area, and it was a real nice white lady, and the little baby gave me the $5. I was like, it's so cute. She was like, oh, she was like, say thank you for the food, and the little baby gave me the $5. I was like, that's so sweet. See, people teach their children very early how to be, how to tip. Of course, she was a white, of course she was a white woman, and I ain't saying because she was white that, well, you know what? I am gonna say it. Bump it. People may get mad or get all bent out of their feelings, but it it's like white people, or majority of the white people will tip. Even if they put zero tip on the app, they will always turn around and tip you in cash. And I've done too many deliveries in these years and years, not years and years, but in this year and a half. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know. Like I said, I did Uber Eats earlier today during lunch. I was in Lithonia, and all those black folks up there in Lithonia and stuff, not one person left a tip. They didn't even leave a dollar. They didn't even try to get a dollar. It was cold today, but it was way much colder tonight. So I said, you know what? I don't feel like doing Uber Eats tonight. I'm satisfied with my 70 something dollars. and I'll probably end up using way more gas to drive just to make an extra, what? I don't know. I did. I don't know. I just didn't feel like doing it because number one, it's freezing outside. Two, it would have pissed me off. Let me turn on the light a little bit. Y'all can see me a little bit. Well, I'll be home in a minute. Oops. Is it frozen? What happened to the screen? Tell me if y'all can hear me. Uh-oh. Dang phone dropped on the out of the dang holster. So, back to what I was saying. See, I would have been all up in. See, I did turn on Uber Eats during the evening, right after my Grubhub block ended, and I said I'm gonna wait till I get closer to home, Stone Mountain area, Lilburn, Stone, Uh-oh, what happened? I like DoorDash better. Grubhub has always. Hey, Dorian, look at you. You on here? You're supposed to be resting, Dorian. You've been pulling some long hours. But, so, I was like, man, it is freezing outside. It's 44 degrees, according to the car. But it was a little bit windy, so in actuality, it's probably lower than that. But it was freezing, so I was like, I do not feel like getting out no car just to I know, ain't no telling what degrees it is, but it sure is not no 44. And I was like, you know what? I do not feel like doing no Uber Eats, getting out the car, and then have these cheapskate people ain't gonna tip, And then it'd probably be some BS, I said, nah, I'll save my long runs and late evenings towards the weekend. Sometimes I don't feel like working. It's a Monday, and if you don't really start Uber Eats in a weekday, like say Monday, Tuesday, say Monday through Wednesday. Monday through Wednesday, Uber Eats in the evening time, it may be busy. I won't say busy. You tend to be all over the place, because a lot of people are not gonna. If you try to say, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in Snellville, I'm gonna stay in Stone Mountain, I'm gonna stay in, up and down 78. Sometimes it may not be as busy. So Uber Eats, you may be pulled all over the place. Because I was in Tucker, right off La Vista Road, no, Lawrenceville Highway, Highway 29, Tucker. Why would I get an order from Memorial Drive to Cox City Seafood? Now, you know how I feel about Cox City Seafood. Number one, they slow as hell. Number two, they ghetto and rude. And three, they always mess up their orders. Every single time. I picked up from that restaurant for Grubhub for Cox City or Memorial Drive. Every time the order's wrong. Every single time. It's never been right. Customer, and then I'm always delivering some ghetto-fied person who wants to be nasty and rude, and they're like, this order's wrong. I ordered pasta, seafood, da 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 da. Like, how the hell am I supposed to know what the hell they're seafood Alfredo, whatever, supposed to look like. All I know is that's what it is. And it's just because people don't inspect what they expect it to be. I don't eat there, so I wouldn't know what their little entrees look like. To me, you need to get your lazy ass and with the food stamps and SNAP card, buy some fish and get that little cheap ass fish that come in that little plastic and fry it yourself. You know, people be killing me because that's what the fish come from. It ain't high quality. It's nasty as hell. And the only reason why, and I never ate there, I could tell it's nasty because all I could smell is grease. Anytime when you get food and you can smell it, and all you smell is the grease of it, and it's supposed to be fish, and it don't smell, like fresh fried fish, trust me, it ain't good. All you smell is the salt, straight up salt and stale flour. Let me, trust me. I've gone to too many damn ghetto fire restaurants where they order chicken wings, and then I said, why does chicken wings smell like it was cooked in mixed grease of fish? That's why I don't eat at those Chinese restaurants and those ghetto-fied places where the grease is, they fry both the chicken and the fish in the same grease. And you can't tell me they don't do it because I know they do that. Because I know they do it. That's why I was like, why the hell would I want to eat chicken at Captain D's? I'm like, So I was like, so I said, you know what? Let me just make this little make that little $75, $80, because let me see, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, let me keep that little $75 that I made today and call it a good day and a good night, And I ain't had to work from 8 o'clock till midnight, 8, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Nah, I'm not gonna try to do do 6 deliveries for $10 and do another 8 for 20. That's too much. It's time to go home. On a Monday too, nah. Most people stop eating. Well, at least for Grubhub and all the rest of them. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock maybe. Anything late at night on a weekday, say 10, 11, midnight, usually I'm going to tell you now, you going straight downtown or you going to the hospital at Northside Hospital or you may be going to Emory. They'll probably order food like, late in the evening. But other than that, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. It's too much. I saved that for Friday, Saturday nights, where I could control where I go and don't be afraid to cancel orders when it takes you 15, 20 minutes away. Why is my screen frozen? If y'all still hear me, send me, say 111 or respond back to me real quickly because I can't tell. I know I see 2 people in the room so far, but okay. Thanks, Gibson. Now, when you want to tell me when you want me to help you, come on, people. Why are you in the middle of the street? See? James, you can give me a call and let me know what you decide to do. Because we could make a deal, and I think this is a fair deal. I need someone to help me go to the Home Depot or the Lowe's, and I'm going to pay for the rental truck, but I just need someone. I just need someone to drive the Lowe's or the Home Depot truck that's $19.99, so I could transport some dirt, bags of dirt and stuff. Ooh, but transport some dirt, bags of dirt and stuff like that. I don't feel comfortable driving a big old pickup truck. So I said, who I know needs a favor that I could you ain't gotta pay for nothing. You ain't gotta hold nothing in the truck. All you gotta do is come to my house or meet me at the Home Depot Lowe's, drive the truck back to the house, and then drive it back, and then you could get in the car. So give me a call, James, and I could talk to you about it later. Because you really don't live that far from me. You live real close. Because I cannot transpose dirt in my car. That's just, ugh. For one, it's just going to weigh down my car. One, I got white seats in the back. I'm not trying to get it messed up. And that's all I need. I just need, I figure it's cheaper. I'm going to see what you say when I get home. I can't read in the dark. Yeah, so, I probably could use Roadie or something like, Roadie or whatever, but I figured, it's going to take me less than an hour to do it. So, but we could talk offline. I don't want to talk about that on the live stream. But yeah, I'm going home. I ain't got time to do no Uber Eats at night, And most of the time, around the house, Snow Mountain, I'm talking about 78 near Lilburn. All right, fool. Look at this big ass truck with these big ass wheels, driving all high. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, it don't get as busy around here when people order food. They don't order food that much. And like I said, Uber Eats, it tends to be sporadic, And one thing I could tell you, Uber Eats for people will order food at whatever time in the morning, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like it ain't nothing. Now, I can't say I have never done that because I did that one time. I was up and I ordered from that nasty Blitz Wings because I was like, ooh, they said they open till 3 o'clock in the morning. This is when I used to support them. And I told them, why y'all closing at 9 o'clock on a Friday or a Saturday? Y'all know how much money y'all losing, blah, blah, blah. So they decided, so about 2 weeks later, they took my advice and they decided to stay open at 3 o'clock in the morning. Because they weren't making no money. They really weren't. They were not making no money. And they started to stay open late. And they actually start getting a whole lot of orders. And it made a big difference in their sales. Now, I don't know now. Whatever happened 6 months later, 7 months since last summer, I don't know how well they're doing. Frankly, I don't give a damn how they're doing. They need to close that nasty place down, if you ask me. And better yet, the son needs to sit down somewhere, get off YouTube, and stop looking at people's channels, making up fake names, insulting me, because that's what he's doing. I know who did it. And I know who's the blabbermouth who told and was talking behind my back. So I haven't seen these two particular people on my channel for a long time. But I know they ran their mouth and talked behind my back, act like I didn't know it was gonna get back to me. So, you know, but you know who you are, KD, and I can't remember the other guy, but haven't seen y'all in a long time. Maybe I blocked you and I just forgot about it. Oops. But Uber Eats early in the week, it ain't, to me, in my opinion, unless you do it like 5 o'clock. No, not 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock is the worst time to do deliveries. 6 o'clock till 9. You'll get some orders in. You'll get orders. But for you to do 6 or 8 orders, you're gonna pretty much have to do it from, say, 5 o'clock, maybe 5:30, till about 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you pretty much have to do it from maybe 5:30, and maybe till 10:30 to get that little quest bonus. But you're gonna be all over the place. You're just gonna be all over the place. So and like I said, if you really want to make your goal, or say, you know what, let me do Uber Eats, and you trying to get a lot of orders done, unfortunately, you're gonna have to be in downtown. You're gonna have to be downtown a lot, or maybe go to one of those outskirts suburbs somewhere like not Lilburn. Yeah, Lawrenceville. You may get some. That's a good. No, let me see. Yeah, you're gonna have to stay somewhere like really out in the outskirts, and not be subject to go downtown. But let me tell you, sometimes going to that dang Lilburn, that could backfire on you real easily. The Lilburn, Lawrenceville Highway area, you'll be in Norcross, Duluth, and some of those restaurants I've started to notice, like Hooters. See, that's another thing. You could be going to like Hooters, or one of those wing places that take all day. But I don't know. Like I said, I made the most money with Uber Eats. With the bonus, is usually going to be on the weekends now. So it's kind of hard to. I realize that sometimes it's best to not always drive all day, every day, So, in my opinion, it depends on how often you want to, not so much spend money on gas, because you have a gas guzzler, that could be a very tricky situation, because if you have a gas guzzler and you're spending a lot of money in gas, that's when you want to itemize your expenses, not so much worry about taking the mileage. If you have an old car, you really want to take the actual expense, because you're going to spend more in expenses in terms of maintenance and spending way more money in gas. and then you can, of course, take the depreciation. Whereas if you keep track of your miles, it's like the typical driving in terms of mileage. If you do it full time, it's going to come up to approximately 20, maybe 20. If you, it could be anywhere from like $20,000 plus if you do a lot of driving. And I'm gonna say this one thing, that there's a threshold that the IRS will look at, and I'm gonna tell you that if you put down anything around $30,000 plus, you better be prepared to show your log. I'm not talking about the log that you get from My IQ. I mean, even though you can keep track of your miles with those apps, Stride, My IQ. But I'm going to tell y'all, because this is the inside scoop. 30,000 or more dollars that you put down as a loss, do inspect for them to look at all this trash in the damn road. Who the hell did this? Dang, trifling. People just throw trash right on the side of the road. Don't care. Man, don't. Where these dang jailbird prisoners at? They supposed to be, usually they have these people in the orange jumpsuits cleaning up on the side of the road. That just, it just makes me so sick. It really makes me sick sometimes. And they want to know why businesses don't come to DeKalb County. Because they don't keep the county looking nice. I ain't talking about a little bit of paper on the road. I'm talking about, all that trash just laid out on the road like that, See, they couldn't do that in white, affluent neighborhoods. But you come to black neighborhoods, why you can't keep white? You know what? People just don't care. They just drive, throwing stuff on the side of the road. Now, I know I said earlier today that I was throwing people food out if they didn't pick it up, and I would throw it out in the street. I didn't really throw it out in the street. I mean that I threw it out inside the subdivision, in the dumpster, But I would just throw trash on the road. Talk about a little bit of trash. It was like, see, sometimes I wish I had a camera and I could show y'all some of these stupid stuff I be seeing. Just throw the road, how the whole, right off of North Deshawn, right as you go past the park, there was like a whole bunch of dumps trash just laying out on the ground up on the side of the road. And I ain't talking about a little bit, I'm talking about a lot. Trifling now. Can't keep nothing. That's why I hate when people be coming walking by my house, coming to the McDonald's. You gonna leave your McDonald's bag right on on my yard. Let me see. Make sure ain't nobody did. One day I'm gonna put some cameras around my house. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start investing in some cameras. And one day I'm just gonna sit in my house one day and see one of these raggedy ass kids walking down with a McDonald's and they drop that damn McDonald's bag on my ground. I'm gonna walk straight out. Excuse me. And have a bat. Pick that up. You ain't gonna just leave you go into your house You put that in your front of your yard. Make me sick. Ooh, can't stand it. But anyway, so just be prepared that if you have $30,000 plus on your Schedule C for losses, please make sure that you have that accounted for. Because normally that ain't something to tell, but I don't work there no more, so may go ahead and tell it. What? I can't do anything. My car's in the shop. What? So how you be getting to work? I ain't tell you to drive your car. I just need someone to come to the Home Depot, drive the truck to my house, and then I drive you back to the Home Depot, and that's it. This is right up the street. Oh, I'm going home. Lynn, I'm going home. I didn't even stay out. Not tonight. It's too cold. Yeah. It's probably 20 degrees outside. You say Indians are the worst tippers. They don't tip at all. That's true. And then if they tip, they'll put $1. They don't tip. You're right, though. The chicken tastes like trout. Okay, well, that's good. I hope that you don't leave your information with nobody, Because you can actually do your tax return for free. You do Credit Karma as long as you got one state to do. But it's not as difficult as it appears. The hardest part about taxes, especially when you are 1099, is keeping records. That's the hardest part. And ain't doing it, because it's not a lot to do, put it that way. But oftentimes a lot of people miss out on a lot of things that they may not be aware of. But it ain't that hard, though. Whew, I'm so stuffed. Let me see, what comes on tonight? It's Monday. Dang, ain't nothing come on TV usually. So, Jameson, you still there? Yeah, I guess you gone. Lynn, what you been up to? I ain't chatted with you in a while. I'm home. I don't even feel like getting out the car. Ooh, it's freezing. Oh, I'm freezing. 18 inches of snow. Whew. Hell no. Well, you be careful. No wonder why it's cold down here. It's probably that dang northeastern or whatever. I'm surprised Georgia ain't got no weather issues like snow and ice. I know one thing. Uh-oh. I'm trying to get in the house. Dang. People who live in the shoe, they might be ready to leave the Northeast after this. I think after a while, people might get fed up and just move. Oh, damn. Wait a minute, I'll be upstairs. I'm going upstairs. Why is my screen frozen? Yeah, it's just too, this weather is too much for, if you live in the Northeast, I mean, flooding, snow, 55 miles per hour wind. I'm like, God. I think I'll be ready to move. That is too much. All right, y'all, I'm home. I guess I'll just chat with y'all tomorrow.
Pastor James Brothers. That night at an old upright piano, I'm playing the piano, practicing before service. I'm 21. In comes an old man and a woman.
Yeah, it's like that, but it seems to get worse.
I didn't know him. His name was W.L. Bradford. Her name was Lee. She walks up
You know.
with the piano, nobody else in the church, and says, "God told her to bless you," and she hands me a check for $150.
All right, Lynn.
Now let me go back.
Dorian.
It was Cranberry and
Jameson. Who else is on here?
Whoever tells you money doesn't make you
Everybody.
had enough.
I'll just talk to y'all tomorrow.
When I was driving,
Y'all have a good night.
there was a little
Stay warm.
$100. And when I